women need to really understand there's absolutely a huge difference between me being in love with you and sleeping with a woman.
Yes.
I could sleep with 30 women and wouldn't want to hold any of them, take them on vacation, like find out what their dreams were and be a part of making those dreams come true or creating a better life for that individual. Women, I think, associate sex more with love as they have to.
Of course, for
biologically,
evolutionary reasons, exactly.
But am I a bad man because I'm telling you the truth and I'm just actually capable? Just like that fighting thing. Am I a bad man because I don't choose to use violence, but I'm very, very capable? You know, or when it comes up, I have to use it. Am I wrong for using it? Yeah. So, no, man. I think that women really, really appreciate somebody that doesn't blow smoke up their ass. And so when you're that guy that has done everything right, and you can look her dead in the eye because you're not scared of her. I'll tell you a story. I had a girl that I was very, very close to. I was seeing her for a long time. She told me that she had left her fiance because he had cheated on her. And I said, no, you didn't. And she got really, really angry. Got quiet. About a week later, she calls me. We're about to go on a date. And when she finally got there, actually, she called me on the way and she said, look, what you said last week really, really, really upset me.
Yeah.
But you are right. I left him because he was too much of a coward to tell me the truth.
Right.
And I had lost respect for him in that way at that point. And respect equals love with women, with everybody, with men. If you respect another man, you're much easier able to love him, you know, or at least have admiration for him in that way. So if a woman can't respect you because you're so scared of her that you're going to lie about sleeping with other women, then of course she's not going to respect you. How can she love you?
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is to do it up front too. Like, and it's really hard for a guy who doesn't believe that he has a lot of status to do that. But for me, it's just so much easier if you do it up front, because it's almost like I have guys ask me all the time, because I had Coffee and Cleavage came on here. There's two playmates, and they interviewed me, and they asked me about threesomes, and I was like, well, this is something you need to determine very early on in the relationship. I really don't like to bring this up later, like very early on. Are you comfortable with this? Because it was like it's one of these deals where it's like, because you weren't comfortable, because you didn't do it in the beginning, you think you're going to talk her into it later. I think it's a bad idea. Just be be upfront with it, right? You've ever seen a military recruiter who might lie to you, or a college football recruiter who comes in and guarantees you that you're going to start. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
At your position.
Hey, shout out to Arch Manning at UT Austin. Like, he guarantees you that you're going to start at your position, and then you come to find out later, oh, maybe I've been lied to. It's better, I think, just to take the loss and tell the truth up front, just in everything in life.
Archie, Manning's a traitor.
Hook 'em horns, buddy. Hook 'em horns. Let's get that money. Well, you know what? We're going to talk about UIL later. I actually want to discuss that with you. So now we're in this situation, and I really do appreciate the fact that you have. So this is how I came to the same conclusion you did. Right. I came here from, after being a captain in the Air Force. I came to Vegas, and I met a lot of men who really looked at women like cattle. And I was like, man, what if there's a way to be very successful socially, successful networking, successful having a social circle, and successful with women without treating anyone like cattle, with treating everyone like with respect, like I was taught growing up in East Texas.
Right.
Okay. What if that was possible? And what I found was, and part of this was, my friendship with Bilzerian and some other guys, is how far does pre-selection go, right? So just think of my program, Men of Action, as like we think of it as like a laboratory. And the scientific method, I should try to disprove my own hypothesis, right? Like Dr.
Absolutely.
Like Dr. Buss does with his laboratory at UT Austin. And so one of the things I tried to disprove was, is there an upper level to pre-selection? Let me tell you, there is not. It does not end. What I'm saying is, like, there is no limit to where women are attracted to you because you know women, so you keep knowing more and more women, and then they stop being attracted to you. Even Tristan would probably admit that, right? Because he has several women that work for him that do the webcamming stuff like that. Yeah. There is no upper limit to it. Bilzerian wrote a book called The Setup, where he basically goes into a situation. I'm on a boat, a $60 million boat with 30 women who want to have sex with me, and then it was like, this was the end. Like, I wasn't happy. Like, I would literally at the point where, like, they never stopped wanting to be with me. Like, no matter how many women it was just, and it's just one of these really interesting things where it was like, okay, so what if I used pre-selection, specifically that, and then whenever I went on a date with a girl, I was super nice. If I'm with a girl and we're having like an amazing intimate time together, I want to buy her flowers, dude. I don't want to feel like a simp because I bought her fucking flowers. I like to reward good behavior. And if I'm having an amazing time with a woman, dude, I went with these two girls on Valentine's Day. I took them both to dinner, and then we have an amazing time afterwards. I don't give a fuck about paying for dinner. That's fucking, that was an amazing situation. And when I hear these guys talk about simping, which is why I wanted to bring this up, what do you think about this, where there seems to be this like binary thinking, especially in pickup, never buy her a drink. You know what I'm saying? the opening the door is simping. You were the one who brought this up before.
Yeah.
I heard you talk about this before.
I got attacked for it.
Yeah, can you go over exactly why you were attacked and like what do you think the truth is there?
Yeah, when I first started making a couple of videos on the subject, I would get messages. They'd say, "Oh, you're blue pill or you're sipping, opening the door, buying dinner." And I'm like, no. I tell you, one thing I do is let's say I'm on a first date and we're approaching our first door, I'll stop and with conviction look in her eyes and say, "Don't ever open a door around me."
There you go.
And it's playful because she knows it's kind of playful, but it's also creating this very strong masculine frame where she is set up now to be in submission. And that's, in my opinion, where every woman actually wants to be. All these women that are going out there saying, "I'm a bad bitch and I don't need no man," and all this bullshit, they are fucking liars. They're almost the inverse equivalent of the guys that talk shit about women because they just can't get that kind of man.
Right.
In that situation with Dan that you were talking about, all those women were on that boat competing for him.
Yes.
Which is what they've been doing for a very, very, very long time.